Fish. Johnson. Jorgensen. Cole. Lawrence. Steen. Mayor Buck.
Here. And we'll look for approval of the agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Look for approval of the minutes from the August 3, August 7, and August 14 meetings.
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have the claims on page 15 through 17. We'll look for a motion on that.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the claims. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have the consent calendar. There's a couple wage adjustments on there for the chief and for Donovan, and block party request, and a plat.
Yeah. Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Visitors and timed items. This is an opportunity for anybody that would like to address the council on any particular item. If it's something that's on the agenda, you might want to wait. If it's not on the agenda, this would be a good time. Keep it to 5 minutes and start with your name and address.
Well, good evening, City Council. My name is Jay Buckles, and actually I work for Sioux Valley Energy, Key Accounts and Community Relations. I live at 3916 West 88th Street in Sioux Falls, and I'm actually the serving as chair of the Sioux Metro Growth Alliance for this year. And so I want to speak a little bit more about Sioux Metro Growth Alliance to you folks. We are a regional economic development organization that's really the collected interests and efforts of both Lincoln and Minnehaha County organizations, in which the city of Brandon was a founding member of Makita over 30 years ago. And as you're identifying and finalizing your budgets for 2024, I'd like to give a quick update on our own transitions. So our president and CEO, Jesse Fonkert, will be leaving Sioux Metro Growth Alliance by month's end, and he'll be becoming the new deputy commissioner at the Governor's Office of Economic Development. So our Sioux Metro Growth Alliance Executive Board is guided by our member advisory board with representation of 16 different communities and now 4 different counties in the area. So our task force has recently concluded with the first rounds of interviews for our next leader. Based on a membership survey that we sent out a while ago, we've identified 3 qualified candidates with our second round interviews in process. And we are hoping to have a selection prior to your city council's budget approval in September. So as a Sioux Valley Energy representative, organizations like Sioux Metro Growth Alliance have helped us as utilities and economic developers participate, coordinate, strategize, and be involved in other SMGA member communities. Now this region is very fluid, and organizations like Sioux Metro Growth Alliance are trying to meet its diverse needs. So my counterpart, Brandon Lane, and I are here at tonight's meeting to show our commitment to you and what resources we can either add or maybe supplement to your current in-house staff. At this time, I'd like to continue visiting with the council and your city staff to see what shared opportunities we have in our next president and CEO with the Sioux Metro Growth Alliance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, Jay. Anybody else? Chuck?
Chuck Parsons, 600 North Yellowstone here in Brandon. Currently serve on our Brandon Development Foundation until next month.
Sorry, Chuck Parsons, 600 North Yellowstone. You heard all that. I have a little bit different perspective from Jay. I've been involved with the Development Foundation since the mid to late 90s. I was Secretary Treasurer up until 7 years ago, I think it was, when George Golson passed away. Then I took over the chair for that organization. I'll be done with that next month, so I think I've got a little bit unique perspective. I think next Monday, when you're considering the membership to Sioux Metro, I think one alternative you may be discussing is to put the organization on notice for a year that you want to see what can be brought to the table for Brandon. I would give you a different alternative. I think you should put the organization on notice now and don't fund them for next year and see what can be done. And if you're happy with what's done then re-up and join the organization. I just think from my perspective, it's a different way to do it. I've got more details I can go into. If any of you want to reach out to me, I'm happy to talk to you. I appreciate the time, so thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chuck. Anybody else have anything for visitors and timed items? Seeing none, we'll move on. We have public hearing on special alcoholic beverage license for the Soccer Association, page 25 to 27. I'll look for a motion or discussion.
See Nate
Is anybody from soccer here? Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Go ahead.
Just in case they have questions.
This is the first time that we've had this request from BASA, so if you want to speak on that, Nate.
Push it in.
All right, there we go. Now that the technical difficulty's done. So thank you, Nate Miller, President for BASA. And we have our annual bash, which is the fundraiser for BASA, for Brandon Area Soccer Association. And it's gonna be September 23rd on Saturday. And then the thing that's new this year is we are applying for a alcoholic beverage license on page 25, 26, and 27. And so just here to entertain any questions that you may have. And
So is my understanding, it's gonna be kind of like a roped off area that you're
Yeah.
gonna sell? Is that,
Yeah,
what-
a
and
roped off
people will
area.
be karting and all that good stuff in the
correct,
park?
roped off, karting, you can't carry alcohol outside of the roped off area, so. And it will be a small roped off area, we're not roping off the whole complex, so it'll be a very manageable region, so.
And, Nate, this is during the daytime, is that correct?
Yes, from 10 to 2.
Is this alcohol, I'm assuming beer,
Yeah.
wine?
Beer.
Is this, beer, is this gonna be something that's for sale, or is it something that people just bring in and?
Something that's for sale, we're selling, so it's not like BYOB, I guess, was that what your question was, sir? Yeah.
We did not have an opportunity to review this at Park Board because we didn't have a quorum, so
Right.
we didn't have Park Board. In the past, we have tried to stay away from alcohol events with children, so, but we don't have a position on it, so I can't say what Park Board would do in this particular case. I
Yeah.
appreciate that you've got it, gonna have it roped off.
Yeah.
and Looks like Officer Henning's gonna be there, so
Mhm.
I'm not too worried, not too worried about that.
Any other questions? Then I'll look for a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you very much, appreciate everyone's
Yep.
input, thank you.
Good job, thanks.
Sorry, quick question. Do we need a peddler's license, or is that for when we talk about the parks report, the actual? Because they are having a food truck out there too, so I was just asked.
Any
They will
food,
need one.
yeah.
They will need one? Okay, I'll make sure they get one in, so, all right, thank you, appreciate your time.
Good job. One-day alcoholic beverage for PJ Brandon LLC.
This is for the street dance.
Okay. I'll look for a motion on that or discussion.
I move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We don't have any old business to discuss. Standing committee reports, starting with the golf course. We have a seasonal employee. We'll look for a motion on that.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second on the seasonal employee. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. A quote to furnish the and install doors. This seems like a lot of money for 6 doors, but my understanding is that we did search out for quotes and they're special.
Yeah, so I believe there's 7 doors,
Okay.
but they are,
That
yeah,
cuts
they're
it down to only
specialty.
9,000 a door then.
Yeah, right. So they're specialty sizes. None of them are just the size of a door you could go into the store and buy. Like the double doors to the back patio are included in this. So, and basically all the doors that are on the dance floor of the upstairs community room, there's 4 exits up there. So there's several there. We reached out to all kinds of contractors and other things, and most wouldn't even come out. We only had 3 or 4 that would come out and even measure, and most declined to bid. Since it was a smaller project size and very specialty carpentry work and that kind of thing. So,
Thanks for getting back to me on that.
yeah, no problem.
Motion and second to approve the quote to install doors at the golf course. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Parks and Rec. We've got the park report on 34 and 35. We have a seasonal employee to hire. Motion and second to approve the seasonal employee. Any other discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. A special event application for McCarty Park, the Soccer Association. I guess since we're gonna let them sell some beer, we might as well let them have their event. Yeah.
I'll go out on a limb and make a motion to approve.
Motion.
I'll second.
Motion and second to approve. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. You're good, thank you. Thanks. Aspen Park sidewalk, the engineering proposal, 40 through 51.
So
Tammy?
we do have $100,000 for sidewalks in Aspen Park. These would go kind of down by the concession stands and between the ball fields. We were holding off a little bit just to make sure our water treatment plant contractor would get through there with all their electrical stuff. And that is pretty much done out there. So we would like to move forward with having DGR survey it a little bit more, make sure that we're meeting all ADA design, and then we will ask for quotes for a contractor to come in and build it. So everything red on the screen there is more than $100,000, but we'll see what we can do with the remaining budget that we have.
Motion second to approve the engineering proposal. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Public safety, the ambulance report, I don't think there's any motion or anything. You saw the report. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on. Administration, we've got assignment of TIF revenue for TIF number 8.
This agrees that the TIF revenue generated by TIF number 8 will go directly to their bank instead of to the developer. Saves a step. There's no additional cost to the city. It's just a matter of where we send the check.
Seems like it makes sense. I'll look for a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and second to approve the assignment of the TIF revenue. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Street dance event, the PJ Brandon LLC thing again. We'll look for a motion on that.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. We have a budget work session coming up, is that next Monday?
Monday the 28th at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? And we're kind of getting down to, that'd be the last one?
Should be.
Okay.
We pretty much got the budget ready to go, balanced, so we'll present it to you then. And like I said, we'll talk about some capital projects, primarily in the sewer.
Okay. Streets, work reports on 62. We have the Rushmore Project Pay App, number 4. We will need a motion on that. Motion and second to approve the Rushmore Project Pay application. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And water and sewer, water tower pay application number 24. How we doing?
And just to note, the testing and the equipment and everything's going well. The water tower is full. Hopefully it goes online this week. They're still working out a little bit of programming and whatnot. So we'll wait for those chlorine levels to come down a little bit, but everything is pretty good to go.
Good.
And will we'll send out like a press release when it's, or what's the plan there, when it's ready to go?
So we did send out a letter to every resident just east of Split Rock Creek. I have had quite a few calls today. There's been some concerns. I did write in the letter that there may be times where there's more of a chlorine smell, that sort of thing, but it's a, run your faucet a little bit and it should go away. It's kind of funny that we're getting a lot of those phone calls now because we haven't put the tower online yet. So it's a good thing people are paying attention, but we did send out a letter. I'm sure we'll put out a Facebook post too.
I move to approve. Second.
Motion and second to approve the water tower pay app. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same time. Motion carries. And we've got the water treatment plant pay application. How are we doing on that?
Moving right along. They do seem to have a lot of the park torn up because they're putting in some electrical and a big transformer and that sort of thing. But they're cleaning it up and hopefully soon we have some walls too.
Okay. I'll look for a motion on that.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and second to approve the water treatment plant pay application. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. We don't have any other new business. We don't have a need for an executive session, so I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Move to approve. Adjourn. Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. We're adjourned.
We even had a couple of speakers tonight.
Yeah.